So today we are going to talk about glamour. How does social casino apps use brands to accelerate growth? We are going to discover together the relationship between brick and mortar casino and the virtual world. Here are a few case studies about the way brands are incorporated in the main layers of the game economy. And finally, check the latest trends in the market. Whoops. Okay. So according to Brand Finance, which ranks all the brands in the world, of course, the most valuable brand, if someone knows, is Apple. Apple, and followed by Samsung and Google. But in 2015, according to the Brand Finance Index, the brand that got the highest score is actually Lego. And Lego is the abbreviation of two words, Leg and Got, which means play well. So it's great to have a gaming company ranking in #1 in the world. Following Lego, we have Red Bull, Rolex, Nike, and Coca-Cola. Very powerful brand. So I was trying to figure out why Lego is #1. And here's part of the answer. Oops. We all have our favorite brands. These are my children, Shani and Ariel, and they like wearing branded clothes. Angry Birds, Hello Kitty. We grow up with those brands. And one of the factors that Brand Finance found to make Lego the #1 brand in the world is actually licensed content. So instead of having generic city Lego, fire Lego, police Lego, they actually used, in the latest years, branded themes, branded bricks like the Simpsons, Star Wars, The Hobbit, and the Marvel superheroes. The same strategy, product strategy, has been applied in the casino industry for many years. Having like a generic slot, and we heard Guy talking about many themes that are available on the casino floor, and having branded slots. Scientific Games is one of the leading companies in the world providing software and product to the gambling industry. And the company is divided into 3 divisions. The gaming division manufactures slot machines and table games. The lottery division and the interactive division, which has real money gaming and also social casinos with the leading brands, leading applications like Jackpot Party, Goldfish, Hotshot, and Quicket. So the company has 6,000 patents, 300 trademarks, and 1,000 titles. It actually controls 30% of the casino floor. So every third machine in Vegas belongs to Scientific Games. It means their content is very popular. And this is one of the main advantages. We divide the brands in Scientific Games into 4 categories. Celebrities, TV series and films, fairy tales, cartoons, and land-based titles. And we have all those brands spread across all our social casino apps. Another application in our portfolio is, of course, Star Trek. And if you take like the actual machine, it's an amazing machine. You sit inside, you think like you're in Captain Kirk, you're flying in space, you've got like this whole experience on 3 screens. And you know, when you win a bonus game, the whole chair, it has motion sensors and it moves. And the challenge is, of course, to bring this whole experience into social. So how do we do it? Of course, there are a few things of how to bring a machine into social space. So it's like the brand name, of course, the story, the characters. You need to build different episodes based on that brand to create a compelling story where users move up the levels and discover a new episode every time. Of course, game mechanics and sound and video, which is very important to bring this real experience to social. So why are people so fascinated with brands? And of course, brands have superior quality and reliability. If I buy a Volvo, I expect to get safety. They accelerate decision making. So if I enter a shop and I see an Adidas shirt versus a non-branded shirt, my hand will automatically reach to the Adidas shirt. It gives us a sense of belonging. We feel fashionable, updated, rich, and famous. And of course, people look to interact with brands. So that covers the brand part of the first part. Now, if we're trying to take this into social casino and talking about the different layers that comprise the game economy, we of course start the journey, the quest, with acquisition, then advertising and retargeting, engagement, retention, and the holy grail, monetization. User acquisition. So the first step for downloading an app is obviously in the App Store. You go to the App Store, you do a search, whatever is interesting for you, in this case, slot machines, and you get the results. And how do you decide which app to download? So you see, first of all, is the app icon, is the image, the visuals, the title, the keywords, the screenshots. Everything contributes eventually to your decision on whether you are going to download the app or not. This is one of our apps. It uses, of the Dragonplay apps, it uses generic symbols, 777, jackpot slot. And this is a competitor app using John Travolta. So, which one would you choose? The decision is quite easy. We've made a test using Google A/B test experiments. And we just changed the app icon for Dragonplay slot from a generic symbol, 777 and slots, to Popeye. And we've immediately saw an increase of 25% in organic download. This is really basic. I encourage everyone to use in the Google console, if you haven't done so, playing with the app icon, with the description, with the screenshots. It gives you immediate results. The second stop, advertising. So this is just an example of an ad that we are using in Facebook to get people to download, or anywhere else in the other mobile networks, to get people to download the ad. And it looks like very colorful, but it has a few elements embedded inside. First, it has Quickit, one of the most popular slot machines on the casino floor. Second, it has Cashwave. You can see the machine just on the left. And last, it has Barry Technologies, the seal of approval, meaning this is a trustful machine. Promotions. So we had a very interesting story on Facebook. There's a pawn shop in Vegas where people come and exchange antiques and different artifacts for cash. The machine, of course, is owned by Scientific, the slot machine, and it is embedded within Quickit. So we asked users to send us their items and different antiques and artifacts to our fan page for appraisal. And the most interesting items we got, those users got bonuses and in terms of virtual money in Quickit, in the game. Moving to the third stop, once we get the users inside and we've done all these different tricks to get them in, engagement is, of course, one of the most important things. So how do we use brands in engagement? This is a screenshot from Goldfish. Goldfish canvases higher level and lower level. In the higher level, you will see slots from WMS, same game mechanics, nothing new. You unlock the slots as you move up the ranks. In the lower part, we are using brand to encourage people to play advanced game mechanics like progressives, tournaments, and quests. So these things increase spins, they increase the session length, and of course encourage people to wager in higher amounts in order to get more valuable items in the game. Continue in engagement. Another tactic is to take a brand, split the brand into two stories, and put one slot in one app, another slot in another app, and ask users to play the slot in one app in order to unlock the other. It's a very basic cross-promotion, but again, it encourages users to try a whole range of your portfolio, and for us, with the multi-app strategy, it's very important to get the user playing all our apps. Fourth stop, retention. So moving to the brick and mortar actually side of business, Scientific Games Interactive has another product called Play for Fun. And this is used by casino resorts to have their own social casino private label portal and application with the Bally and WMS content. This is used, of course, for the casino brand, first of all, to engage with users when they're not on the casino floor. It's a tool for communication. It builds a community around the brand, the casino resort brand, which is what is important for them. And this is just an example of the product of the portal for branded with Mohegan Sun with the SG content. Fifth stop, monetization. So users, some users, if you give them the brand and you show a certain brand and you price it in a premium area, they will pay. We were astonished to see how easy it is, but you just put the brand outside, you price it, and people will pay to unlock it because it saves time. Another tactic is to take the brands and create a tournament area. And in the tournament area, we can take, of course, buy-in for each slot. And the buy-in price is based on the slot, on the brand strength. So in this case, it's like Sex in the City, and it's also a method of decreasing the balance and getting people to pay more and spend more. And now for the latest trends. So this is, of course, to my opinion, the latest trends in the market. We've seen many attempts to enter the social casino market with brands, and this is a very expensive attempt. I must stress before that brands are quite expensive and they have a lifespan. So it's good in some aspects to use brands to enter the market, but it also has a certain lifespan where the effect is decreasing. Manchester United, by all means, the #1 football brand worldwide. The brand itself is worth $1.2 billion. It has 325 million fans. And they've made a deal with Karma Poker to have their own white label Manchester United social poker. So the original game looks like this. And the branded game, which they've done, I think, great work, having like the tables themed, like football tables, and getting all the players within the lobby, so you actually feel this is a Manchester United game. And of course, it opens up a wholly new distribution channel. DreamWorks, a company that comes totally out of the social casino space, created a new game mechanics around Shrek. So they are walking you in a trail like that, and they have Shrek saving all kinds of creatures along the way. It's very rich animation, very like heavy-weighted app, still has some performance issue, but the game mechanics and the idea is really interesting. The machine is jumping, Shrek is throwing stuff at the machine. Very nice. Shaquille O'Neal. We've seen Shaquille in NBA games. MyVegas borrowed him for a golf theme slot within MyVegas and their blackjack product. I hope we can see more of him in a minute. And Kim Kardashian, which had one of the top grossing games in the App Store, had a deal with Glue, and she has released this Kim Kardashian slot. So I think we're going to see more and more celebrities using this opportunity of monetizing their brand through social casino apps and through games in general. Another way of course, using brands in advertising, in YouTube, in videos, which is a very big advertising channel today. This is it. That brings us to the end.
Is that the end?
Yeah, just...
Thanks, Rami. Going to open up to questions. So you get a whole list of brands. How do you work out which brand's going to work?
We have, in scientific, there is a central design division, which values the brands, how they perform on the casino floor. And according to that, they decide, according to the segment that we want to target in Jackpot Party, Hotshot, Goldfish, and Quick Hit, which slot is going to be released in each app.
That's for social. How does Psy Games sit up there and go, I'm not going to have Kardashian, but I am going to have Popeye?
Okay, so it's a matter of price. It's just a matter of price and relationships that the company had previously from deals they had with Williams Interactive, with Bally, and the first thing is to get the games on the casino floor. And today, especially, the deals before social, the deals were like getting the brand only for the actual casino and the real money gaming. Today, all the deals contain social. So any deal, the first priority is the casino floor. This is the main distribution channel to get into the people awareness. Once they close the deal on the casino floor, it contains everything, and that's done on the hardware and manufacturing business.
The hard job's done by?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Questions? Hard to see with the light.
How essential are brands in social casino today?
Okay, so I think in today's market especially, brands are quite essential. It's not like you can run, you cannot run a social casino without having brands, but brands will definitely improve your chances to succeed.
Okay, I'll ask another one.
Yeah.
Renewal of brands. So you've got a lot of brands already up there. How do you decide whether to keep them going? You know, you've got 5 or 6 brands already doing it. If I was going to say, how many of those are you going to renew? Or do you find that the lifetime value just starts decreasing over time and you get rid of them?
Usually when you do a deal with a brand, it's for 3 years. So I think most of the brands that we can see today in the social casino space are going to be with us until 2017 at least. I haven't been enough in the industry dealing with brands, seeing brands coming out, and we, definitely on the casino floor we can see brands that are running for a very, very long time. As long as the performance and it makes it like logical to keep it from a financial side, then the brand will be there.
Is there a way to quantify how much each celebrity would be worth in the lifespan of, participating in your games or endorsing your games?
There are ways, like, you can never know. It's once you put it in there, you can start finding out if it increases the number of spins, and you use it in different layers in the advertising and promotion, like I explained. Of course, if you have like a team like Manchester United and they have 325 million fans, then you can do the math and say 1% of that will play our games, and that's worth X. It's by the number of followers, number of tweets, number of the brand, according to brand finance index, to see how strong the brand is. There is no like a strict model for that. It's a risk.
Thank you.
But you wouldn't have done the Manchester United deal?
No.
Okay, I have a question about how do you decide which brands to implement? Like, do you profile, like, Manchester United is appealing to a certain number, certain audience. How do you decide? Do you profile players before showing the brand?
No, we actually put the brand in the games. And of course, when doing the promotions, we can start seeing what type of people are playing more games, if it's more feminine or if it appeals to men, and then we can start targeting each machine to that segment.
I think we've got time for a couple more questions. Just over here.
Hi. I'm wondering if you consider there to be a difference in the approach to brands that are current, so you have celebrities and things like this who are in the public eye, and brands which are nostalgic, and if there's a point when nostalgic brands are overtaken by irrelevancy?
Well, the majority of people who play today slots are older women, so we need those brands inside. But if we want to attract new audience, this is the challenge of the whole industry. How do we get the new audience inside? We need to speak in a more relevant, fresh content, which is, Sex in the City is relatively new. It's something that was here for the last 10 years. Dean Martin was here long before. So it's evolving, and every time you have to select the right brand that will last the longer and appeal to a new audience.
Just one behind.
Yes, I want to ask a question. How important is the kind of connection between the brand that you're picking and the specific game that you're making, or the game mechanics? I mean, when you're translating something from the casino floor, obviously, you have to make hard decisions how the product's going to look on social. So how important is that connection?
Yeah, so we are really strict on that. When we bring a machine from the casino floor, and if it's a brand like Quickit or Hotshot or Cashwave, we use the exact game mechanics. Nothing is changed. Some brands also, of course, exist on the casino floor, so the machine, the game mechanic that you play on the machine is exactly the same game that you're going to play on social. What we can do is just, play around it. If we, like, for example, when we saw in Shrek, if we would create this kind of game, then maybe the quest will be different, the story inside will be different, the unlocking mechanism will be different, but the actual slot mathematics will be very authentic and will match exactly the game that you're playing on the casino floor. People expect it. No, the brand IP doesn't have anything to do with it. The brand is only like, they have like, you need to show in Pawn Stars, you need to show the guys in a certain outfit, and they need to speak a certain voice and have a certain sound. But the slot mathematics is IP that is owned by Scientific. And as long as both parties are making money, everyone is happy.
I think that's it. Rami, thank you for a very interesting session.